So today is day 2 of FrightFest. It's 10:35. Ricky made us come here really early. Why did you make us come here really early, Ricky?
For the victim.
For the victim.
And we didn't get tickets.
Tickets for the victim were sold out, so now we've got to wait till like 12:45 to actually try and get tickets because they give away them. So hopefully we will get them. But we came to Starbucks and I've got this Frappuccino, black and raspberry. And I always feel like giving a fake name when I'm here. What fake name would you give if you were here? I think I'd just give Archibald or Gold Winner or Godwin. I don't know. I'd just give a weird name if I was here. And I am wearing my Cockney's Zombie shirt today. And it is now 10:36, and I've gone on for 1 minute on the opening, so there will be more. We're now back in Empire Cinema. There is all the posters for the stuff that is showing. The only thing up there that's showing today is the Rec 3. I'm quickly going to do a review of a film called The Victim, which we just went and saw. This is what Ricky wanted to go and see, and I am not happy for him making us go and see this. This was in the Discovery screen, not in the main screen, and the storyline of The Victim is a man lives alone in a remote cabin and is surprised by his visitors. This had Michael Biehn in it, who you may remember from Aliens and Terminator 2, which Ricky just told me about. He was only in Terminator 1, was he? Yeah. Terminator 1, I mean. Terminator 1, yeah, he was in that. And The Victim, I did not enjoy it. Ricky thought it was good. I personally thought it was terrible. It was very cliche, nothing new to horror. I know you're not meant to take it too seriously, this film, like they're doing. It wasn't that great. It was very disappointing. And I was expecting something a lot better. So I'm going to give, what would you give The Victim out of 10?
6.5.
6.5, are you mad? I'm going to give The Victim a 3 out of 10. It tried, but
3?
It failed. I was very disappointed by it. I'm not going to give away too much. I'm just going to say that I didn't enjoy it. I was very disappointed, and Ricky loved it because Ricky loves shit films. Okay, we're now walking back to Empire Cinema for the next 3 films, which are Hidden in the Woods. Is it Hidden in the Woods? Because we don't even know the name. Hidden in the Woods. VHS and Project. Rec 3 and Stitches. I meant the next 4 films. You come to Piccadilly or Embankment Place and look at the pigeons. They're on every single letter. Hello, so it's day 3 of FrightFest today. I'm going to do this as day 2 and day 3, so all the reviews later on are going to be when I'm back at Ricky's. I'm going to do all the reviews of yesterday and today. So the films I can only remember that we're seeing today are Maniac, Kill Zombie, 3D, Under the Bed and Tulpa. But I'm most looking forward to Maniac because I want to see how the remake is, and I'm looking forward to Under the Bed as well because I'm always a big fan of creature films that it's about creature under a bed. So that is the introduction for today. So Simon Pegg is now at FrightFest. He's just there. Hello, so today I am putting together day 2 and 3, and I'm not going to tell the storylines of the films today. With these videos I'm just going to be reviewing the things, just saying what I liked about them. The second film we saw was Hidden in the Woods, another film I did not like. It was trying to be too over the top, and I think when this tries to get released in the UK, it probably won't. The BFC will probably have a cry over it because it contains incest, rape and pregnancy, which is very weird, so I don't think the BBFC are going to agree with that. A 3 out of 10. And then the next film we saw was VHS, a film that I was highly anticipating and the film that I most looked forward to this year for FrightFest, and I enjoyed it a lot. Some of them are a bit weak. It was very well done. It was a good found footage film, really well done, and I've stopped being so shy and also won not really, well, if you go and ask a question you get given something, so I got given a VHS poster, so I'm doing well with getting stuff at FrightFest. VHS was a good found footage film. It had all genres in it. It had like a supernatural sort of sci-fi one, a slasher, paranormal one, and then the next film we saw was Rec 3. Now I was waiting for this film for ages as well, and I was so happy when I saw it was showing. Now this one gets rid of the found footage in about 20 minutes in it, and I still thought it was great. It's a comedy this time. It's comedy horror, and this had me laughing a lot. It was very funny, very well done. It's still got its horror in there and a very creepy zombie uncle. But it's all very well done, and I'm going to give these two films, VHS and Rec, a 9 out of 10 because I enjoyed them a lot. And then the last film I saw was Stitches, about a killer clown. It's got Russ Snowball, who normally does stand-up, and he gets killed at a kid's birthday party by a freak accident and then comes back to kill all the kids. Now this film wasn't the greatest, but the gore was, it's not all about gore in films, but the gore in this, the effects that were done were very, very good. It was all practical effects, very well done, but we've seen clown films done before and did enjoy this, but I don't know, it was a closing film and I think it should have been, not the closing film, it should have been before it, but it was still a fun film, still had a little bit of a laugh at it, so I'm going to give that film 7 out of 10. And now we're going to go on to day 3, which was today. And the films we saw today were Kill Zombie, Horror 3D, Under the Bed, Tulpa, and Maniac. 5 films today. Now the first film we went and saw was Kill Zombie. I was sort of excited for this, because the booklet says like, oh, it's like Shaun of the Dead. No, this was far from Shaun of the Dead. Now there's 2 parts that made me laugh. Green blood in this. It just reminded me of Troll 2. So I'm not going to say much about Kill Zombie. It was sort of funny in parts. The zombie stuff was good, but there was some bad CGI in there as well. And it wasn't anything new. But I'm going to give Kill Zombie a 6 out of 10. And then we saw Horror 3D. This was so pointless being 3D. There was like 2 things that were 3D. The 3D was good. You know, if you're going to make a 3D film, you sort of sometimes need to make stuff fly at the screen, because that's what 3D films do now. There's one 3D part where they're playing ping pong and the ping pong ball comes at the screen. But this was another film that was just very cliche about these 3 teenagers going to this thing, finding there's something in the house and that. And I'm not going to give away anymore because I'll ruin the whole film if I give away anymore. If you want to go and look up these films, just search them up on IMDb. I didn't really like Horror 3D. It was alright, but I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. The next film we saw was Under the Bed. Now this is possibly one of my favourite films of FrightFest. I was looking really forward to this. It is a creature feature monster film about a monster under a bed and 2 brothers trying to get rid of this monster to fight it. Now it was a bit over the place in parts, but it was still a lot of fun. And I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because it was good. The monster looked good when it came about. It was very slow paced at the beginning, then all of a sudden the monster came along and it turned into a massive gore fest, like the monster ripping off people's heads, and just, it was good. I enjoyed it a lot, and there's some people that really didn't like it, but I thought it was great. And the next film we saw was Tulpa, and this film was meant to be deadly serious, but I found myself laughing so much. Most of the audience were just laughing at this film. I felt like I'd seen The Room too, because just some of the lines in this, some of the way they were said, wow, it was very bad, but hilarious to watch, and I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. No, 3 out of 10 for the laugh factor, because I still had a laugh with it. And then the last film we saw today was Maniac. Now, I love the Maniac original film, and when I saw they were doing a remake, I wasn't too sure about it. Then I saw Elijah Wood was being the Maniac, and I was like, yeah, that could be good, because he was already sort of a psycho in Sin City, and him being a Maniac in this was good. This is my favourite film of FrightFest, because this was first-person view, so you haven't from the view of the killer the whole time, and it was just so well done. We got to see the uncut one, and the gore on this was just all out. They went all out with the gore. Storyline, I liked it, and they got the same ending as well from the original Maniac. So this is very enjoyable, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 because I thought it was great. No, 10 out of 10. I'm going to be fair and give it a 10 out of 10 because I gave The Expendables 2 a 10 out of 10. So I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 because this deserves to get a 10 out of 10. This does not deserve to get a lower rating than The Expendables 2. So yeah. Maniac was brilliant, one of my favourite film of FrightFest so far, and in my opinion I don't think anything's going to beat it really for me, because I already want to see Maniac again because I loved it that much. It was great, and Elijah Wood as the Maniac guy was just, he was brilliant. He is a brilliant actor and he pulled off the character in this so well. So if Maniac is showing anywhere soon, I don't know when it's actually getting released. We haven't got a UK release date, but I reckon it will get released in the US. Definitely see it because it is a brilliant remake. We have some really crappy remakes recently, and this is a really good remake. So that is my reviews of day 2 and 3, and I shall see you tomorrow for day 4. If you're at FrightFest, say in the comments. I know there's one person that's going to be at FrightFest that left me a comment, so if you see me at FrightFest, come and say hi. Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.